my name is Taimur Zaman and I'm part of the Flourish team. You may have heard about some of the work that we've done with companies like Avaya, GlaxoSmithKline, just lots of large, mid-sized as well as small companies in the area of how to actually use social media to generate sales, get access to qualified and real customers. The one question I consistently get from executives of either B2B or B2C companies is, Taimur, we're on these social media applications, we don't know how to actually get an ROI out of it, like what are some things that we're missing? So today I want to have a conversation on the 5 critical things that I believe needs to be in place for you to actually get something called a return on investment in using social media. The first one, I believe, is just having the right toolkit. So the right toolkit is having a strategy. I am consistently shocked by the number of organizations I walk into and they don't have a digital media strategy. Who are your customers? Where are they online? What conversations are they having? What conversations are they interested in having with you? How are you going to engage them? Like having that all planned out and what I call social media strategy, I think is really important. I'm often surprised how many companies don't have one. The other part of just having the right toolkit is having a big database. Organizations that have a large number of followers, for instance, get a lot quicker ROIs than companies that don't. The third one is having what I call the conversion page. This could be a microsite, this could be a page within your website, it could even be your Twitter page, it doesn't matter. But what matters is that this page has only one outcome. Its outcome is designed to convert online followers into offline customers, period. That's it. Doesn't do anything else. This little page, it may not be a website, it may not be whatever it is, but all social media campaigns needs to go into this one area called the conversion page. So having that is important. The next part of the toolkit, having the right toolkit, is what I call having an integrated marketing plan. I believe today we watch, for instance, if you are advertising on television, you may notice that a lot of people, when they're watching television, they have 2, sometimes 3 other devices right in front of them. So the attention spans are diminishing. How do you make sure that the campaign that you're running on television also follows through your social media channels as well? So having sure that integrated marketing plan, I think, is important. Step 2 is what I call having, creating what I call the right environment. So part of the right environment is what I call alignment. Whether you are using a social media consultant, or you're outsourcing your social media to a third-party organization, or it's run by a social media manager or a marketing manager within your institution, making sure whoever who's in charge of whatever social media projects you're doing has a human relationship with key stakeholders. Oftentimes, especially larger organizations, that personal relationship is not there, it's missing. So if you want to get a return on investment on social media, whoever who's running these campaigns needs to have a clear understanding is what are the objectives of the CEO, what are the objectives, or the CMO, what are the objectives of the internal sales team, whatever it is. But that human interaction, that human relationship is a key part in making sure that whatever that comes up has an actual ROI. The next part of the making sure you have the right environment is having a clear communication. Something that is simple, measurable, attainable, like making sure you've got a clear communication and it's something that's simple to do, simple to design, I think is key. A part of the pitfall that I see is everybody becomes a social media expert, whether it's the agency using, whether it's the marketing folks, whether it's your channel partners, whoever it is, and all of a sudden something that is really could be simple to accomplish becomes really complicated. So take whatever it is you want to do and look at how do you multiply by 10 from a simplicity standpoint, and you'll see the power of that. Part of the right environment, I believe today, is also a commitment to learning. A woman who is posting on Pinterest is posting or pinning her dreams. When that woman goes onto Facebook, she's not there to pin her dreams, she's there to have a chat or a conversation with her friends. So whether you're B2B, B2C, it really doesn't matter. Understanding the context of each one of the platforms is really important, especially if you want to go after ethnic markets. Weibo, Rednet, for instance, if you're running after the Chinese markets, or if you're running after the Russian, Japanese markets, it doesn't matter. A lot of the other platforms, you will notice they have their own culture, they have their own context on how you participate in it. And one of the pitfalls I find organizations do is they take their flyer, they take their products and services, and they do this push, kind of buy my products and services. And if the content of that platform is there for having a conversation or seeing pictures, whatever the content is, it doesn't matter. When there's a push, it doesn't fit, and therefore it doesn't provide the ROI you're looking for. Step 3 is understanding that social media is a long tail. I mean long tail, I mean this is a long tail game. It's not something that you invest in this quarter and get an ROI end of the following quarter. It needs to be you invest in this quarter and next quarter, and by the way, the following quarter, for you to start to see a momentum growing. That part is really key. So to understand this is a long term activity, is important to understand that, and then be looking to see, are you going to commit to long term. One of the things which is, step 4 is one of the things I fundamentally believe in, and that is customers are looking for you to demonstrate you care, and you're working hard to get their business. Showing that you care and you're working hard is important. A lot of times we don't demonstrate that on various social media channels, and I think that's a big missing. Customers consistently are looking for you to demonstrate you show that you care and that you respect them. For instance, I'll give you this example. The fact that I'm putting on this video, or you may have seen students of the Flourish program or partners of Flourish program putting together a lot of content in terms of video to offer some of our prospects or customers, would be an example of us taking the time to show that we care. So how can you show that you care and then put the time and effort into it? I think that's fundamental. The 5th step, I have a lot of fun with this, and I think this is really, really interesting, is how do you create engaging stories and being authentic? How do you create engaging stories and being authentic? I think the world of let me push you my product, service, let me push you my flyer, let me push you my message, is kind of, nobody wants to hear it, really. So you must understand how do you create engaging stories, and I think that's fundamental to starting any kind of a project. And then the other part of it, which I find a lot of, especially B2B companies, I should say a lot of companies are challenged with, is how to demonstrate being authentic. And there's lots of case studies that would demonstrate how to be authentic, and I'm happy to share any one of them with you, but I think those are key steps. Thank you. Thank you so much for taking some time to pay attention to this video, and I hope you found this content really valuable.